Akwa Ibom State has been known and associated with civil service, subsistence farming, and petty trading since creation in September 23, 1987 by the military administration of the then head of state, Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. Many years after creation, the state has recorded tremendous progress and successes through the drive, effort, and intellectuals of successive government in diverse of ways. Yet, dependence on monthly federal allocation from Federation account and the civil service as the only significant employer of labor could not be demystified.
Today we are in Akwa Ibom. It has introduced a lot of development in the state. We've seen a lot of things that are happening here. A lot of giant strides, development, educational, and the rest. So it is a wonderful thing that has happened. It has really made us proud to be an Akwa Ibomite and to also contribute to national polity. That is marvelous. Without the creation of states, I don't know how this part of mainland would have been. You can see the development. We have a stadium, we have the airport, we have everything within us today. And I am the traditional ruler. I am particularly very happy. Even with all the governors that has come, from the military milat to the democratically elected governors. Maybe without the creation of this state, we wouldn't have had people, perhaps we wouldn't have seen people like Victor Ta, Kwani Semen, and Gospel Akpabio, and even Udom Gabriel Emmanuel, who is currently doing a marvelous job.
However, the emergence of Governor Udom Emmanuel in 2015 has taken a departure and changed such narrative. Akwa Ibom is now an economic hub and a rendezvous of 18 functional industries and still counting.
Like many other governors came, they came with their dreams. They came with their programs. Udom came from his sector, where he's coming from. He came in here. He has done quite a lot. And I believe he's going to do more within the space of time. He has done a marvelous job. But I believe very strongly that he has a lot more to do.
Governor Udom Emmanuel, with ingenuity and behemoth sagacity, has demonstrated capacity and mental ability to discriminate between industrial and civil service economy.
We are willing to join globalized, technology-driven economy. It is a message that we are ready to pay the price for our youths to be relevant in a competitive world.
That His Excellency, the Governor Udom Emmanuel, has provided leadership in Akwa Ibom State. And that is why we've been able to witness the level of development and the kind of things that are positive things that are happening in the state.
Since creation 33 years ago, the last 5 years of dexterity and adroitness has proven that Udom Emmanuel appears the only governor who has employed the rare boldness of enterprise to diversify the state economy through industrialization policies and practical execution of SEM across the state, with factual employment to our youths who had hitherto been in the labor market regardless of the global economic recession which greeted his young administration in 2015. This prompted the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) to rate the state sometime in 2018 as the second highest in foreign direct investment after Lagos.
By his wisdom, created the Committee on Foreign Direct Investment. We've never advertised, but we've entertained well over 3,000 prospective investors as we speak. We've signed, and we don't make noise about it, we've signed well over 500 MOUs. But the way we work, let our results show, rather than, the normal political talk of, you shout about things everywhere. And they're beginning to bear fruit.
Recently, precisely the last 1 year, Ibom Air, the signature airline company owned solely and completely by the Akwa Ibom State government, has dominated the Nigeria airspace with prompt, impeccable and terrific services to air travelers. This has arguably created immeasurable employment opportunities, not just to the indigents of the states, but Nigerians equally, as well as foreign technical expatriates, thereby making Governor Udom Emmanuel a global brand. With 5 aircraft on her fleet, Ibom Air has made a significant footprint in Uyo, Lagos, Abuja, and Calabar Airport. Just few days ago, when the company took delivery of the 5th aircraft on the fleet, a Bombardier CRJ 900, the governor, during the ceremony, announced the investment of all the presence of the company in Enugu International Airport for business. True to his promise, as a leader of thought and one with result-oriented visions, on Monday, September 14, 2020, Ibom Air's flight operations was inaugurated at the newly upgraded Akwa Ibom International Airport, Enugu State, by no less a personality, the Executive Governor of Enugu, Right Honorable Lawrence Ifeanyi Ogwai, ably represented by the Deputy, Honorable Mrs. Cecilia Ezeilo.
Ibom Air is a pride to every Akwa Ibom person, and within the barely 1 year and 2 months, additional routes have been developed. We are now flying to Enugu from Abuja and Lagos. We're also flying from Abuja and Lagos to Calabar, and you will have Uyo, which is the base. And these days, it is very, very possible for a business person who has a business meeting in Abuja by 2 p.m. to leave to Abuja or Lagos and have his own meeting and then come back the same day, instead of what used to be in the past. You need to spend 2 nights or 3 nights. You spend money, thereby increasing your overhead. But with the Ibom Air, I think people are very happy, and that the way it is going, I believe that additional routes is coming up and the much needed employment opportunities for our people.
The timely construction of the world-class terminal building at the Victor International Airport by Udom Emmanuel's administration to cushion the effects of air traffic occasioned by air travelers on the facility is a profound validation of his administration's resolve to make the state aviation hub and economic galaxies. The terminal building, handled by reputable contractors and professionals from Nigeria, United Kingdom, United States of America, and Turkey, occupies a land area of about 30,000 square meters. The 3-floor smart building is designed to meet any international standard airport terminal in the world. A building with high security architecture. Provisions are made for fingerprint digital pass or card pass for both passengers and staff at the terminal. Facility, when completed, will have 4 methods of fire preventions: fire extinguishers, fire water sprinkler system, fire detectors to detect heat, smoke, and temperature. This building will have the capacity to accommodate and process 1 million passengers per year. Other features are digital self-check-in by a robot. This component was planned before COVID-19. The facility equally has 5 bridges, staircases, 7 lifts, and 4 escalators. Little wonder Akwa Ibom people refer to their governor as a foresighted leader whom God led to to see ahead of time.
We want to run Ibom Airlines as one of the most efficient, one of the most economically viable, one of the most profitable, that others will come and copy our business model.
Truly, Governor Udom Emmanuel has recorded a remarkable economic revolution, even with the lean resources occasioned by the novel coronavirus pandemic all over the world. The functional presence of other industries has confirmed the legendary of Governor Udom Emmanuel in his avowed determination to industrialize the states, such as syringe manufacturing factory, electric digital metering solution factory, pencil factory, toothpick factory, resuscitation and equipping of moribund Ibom Paint, former Peacock Paint, 18N, plastic producing factory, fertilizer blending factory, oil palm factory, palm kernel factory, King's Flour Mill, Rice Mill, Starch Manufacturing Company, Cassava Processing Mills, Plywood and Timber Factory, Tissue Paper Production Factory, and Block Manufacturing Factory. And these factories are manned by seasoned professionals to stem the tide of a looming recession as a result of the negative impact of COVID-19 pandemic. In the health sector, Governor Udom Emmanuel has brought total turnaround through his healthcare policies, such as equipping old and new hospitals with modern equipment to stand the test of time, of at least one 21st century equipped general hospital in each of the 10 federal constituencies that make up Akwa Ibom State, as well as revamping and equipping the dilapidated ones he met. The first governor to build and equip state-of-the-art infectious disease control center and isolation center, fully equipped for other research-based medical activities. This was confirmed by WHO, NCDC, and other medical institutions and experts.
I am very grateful. When this started, honestly, the first impression was, how could we, within this crisis, managing this crisis and building a brand new isolation center? People thought it was probably not going to be. But what we have seen today has added to the fact that the governor means well for this state.
Commission this center is a 300-bed isolation center. In the name of God the Father, in the name of God the Son, and in the name of God the Holy Spirit.
The introduction of only God in the affairs of Akwa Ibom State has further strengthened the faith of Akwa Ibom people, as it is written in Romans 1:20. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and God's head, so that they are without excuse. God made these for Akwa Ibom in diverse means, still in the breath of industrialization by His Excellency. More industrial projects are ongoing. There are Coconut Refinery, Ibom Deep Sea Port, Ibom Industrial Park and Jetty, Moribund Quality Ceramic under rehabilitation, Waste to Wealth Recycling Plant, Power Plant Refinery, and Gas Processing Plant. Interestingly, these industries are all sited close to the source of raw materials. Accessibility is top-notch because the administration of Udom Emmanuel has made road infrastructure a priority since he came on board. Aside physical infrastructure and other related achievements, Governor Udom Emmanuel introduced a rare mental adjustment program called Dakada. to reshape the psyche and the can-do spirit in the lives of Akwa Ibom people. Today, an average Akwa Ibom youth, through Akwa Ibom Enterprise and Employment Scheme, AKIS, has realized the potentials in them.
2015, when the governor created AKIS, he gave me his direction and where he was going. And the sole mandate was to reawaken the spirit of enterprise in our young people. You know, in this state, we used to have the Nyangetes, Jutuks, the Victor Okans, the Namobas. They were all multi-billionaires, not doing politics, but through enterprise. But now we don't have. Everybody is into politics. So he said, let's see how we can get the young people off the streets and into work. That was the creation of AKIS. And then we explored different sectors of job creation under AKIS. And one other area that AKIS wanted to focus on was in agriculture, because we realized that we've been importing so many things, including gari, tomatoes, watermelon, all the onions from neighboring states or other states. That is the flight, capital flight. When they said the government is taking so much from this in terms of monthly allocation, all that money goes back to other states through importation of food that we can start to grow here. So we now said, what do we focus on? Quick yield crops, not oil palm, not rubber, not those cocoa, no. But let's look at common vegetables, things like tomatoes, onions, and they said they cannot grow here. Well, we said, let's see, because the governor, in his treatise to the Akwa Ibom people under the Dakada philosophy, if you go to line 6 of Dakada philosophy, it stated clearly there that Akwa Ibom rise to the faith of our resources beyond what others see, human and intellectual. You see, we have these resources, and the governor also says all you need is what you have. We have arable soil, we have clement weather, and then what else do you need? We don't need to do irrigation, we don't need to spend money. And we said, okay, let's experiment. 2016-17, we experimented with tomatoes and 22 other common vegetables, watermelon, onions, and they were all doing well. Now the government said, let's do a pilot in terms of agro-business, not that one that we were doing in small plots, so we can now have a proper plantation. What you are seeing is a plantation of tomatoes that will yield in tons in the next 2 months. And so we would not be buying tomatoes from other states again. We had succeeded in stopping the importation of cucumber. Now, watermelon is very close. By November, December, we are Christmas, all the tomatoes you will be eating will be homegrown. And then we even have access to export to other states.
The introduction of entrepreneurial scheme by Governor Udom Emmanuel has placed Akwa Ibom in the global scale of entrepreneurship in the area of ICT, craftsmanship, agriculture, photography, filmmaking and film production, handled by the Directorate of Marketing and Brand Management Department, which he created.
So far, in area of agriculture, we've trained through the Dakada Multipurpose Cooperative, we've trained over 774 youths in agripreneurship. And also in area of ICT, we've done way over 1,600 ICT-related trainings. The My Entrepreneurship Goals program is one of our key flagship programs. The Entrepreneurship Goals program impacts directly on business startups and existing businesses in Akwa Ibom. We've had opportunity to organize 2 batches of the My Entrepreneurship Goals program, a 3 months intensive basic entrepreneurial education, and we also engage them in mentorship. We give them opportunity to also source for funding to support their businesses. We also do project-based assistance, giving them facilities to register their businesses, giving them some funding support to be able to register their products with NAFDAC. We've been able to impact directly not less than 10,000 Akwa Ibom young persons in our program.
Akwa Ibom at 33, with Governor Udom Emmanuel, has promoted small business enterprises by providing interest-free loans for business owners and startup parks for men and women. So far, over 10,000 entrepreneurs are beneficiaries of these innovations by Governor Udom Emmanuel.
In 2015, the Akada initiative was birthed by our visionary leader, Governor Udom Emmanuel, an initiative which it's to encourage every Akwa Ibom person to rise to their fate of greatness. An average Akwa Ibom person is hardworking, is enterprising, and this initiative basically, in His Excellency's opinion, was to mobilize our people to rise and do what they know how to do best. And in the past 5 years, there's a lot of impact recorded in this area. Our office, the Directorate of Marketing and Brand Management of the Governor's Office, has been mandated to mobilize and also organize programs, oversee programs that support this initiative.
Worth mentioning is the peaceful disposition of Governor Udom Emmanuel's leadership. This has brought prosperity to the business ambience of Akwa Ibom State, making her a destination of choice. Governor Udom Emmanuel is first since creation of the state to proscribe secret cult group and other violent organizations, and peace has returned to every tertiary institution in Akwa Ibom State since 2015 till date. The administration has systematically put an end to kidnapping, killings, and armed robbery.
Governor Emmanuel has been the only governor since the creation of Akwa Ibom State for the past 33 years to proscribe all secret cult groups and other violence groups in Akwa Ibom State. And he has done this in a manner that our tertiary institution, the streets of Akwa Ibom State, are now becoming very peaceful. All those cultists, the unrepentant cultists, they have relocated from Akwa Ibom State to other parts of the country. And this is kudos to the governor, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, who came to Akwa Ibom State as a man of God and has changed the narratives, has changed the mindset of the youths of Akwa Ibom State. And he started this by instituting a youth prayer conference, where he now said that we should take the youth of Akwa Ibom State back to God, believing that only God can make our potentials to be realized.
Good enough, family values are being entrenched and the youths are now working for a living. To further demonstrate his capacity in revamping the economy of Akwa Ibom State, the governor ventured into the constitution of Post-COVID-19 Economic Reconstruction Committee, whose responsibility is to cite areas of need for the emancipation and growth of Akwa Ibom State economy. With the visibility of these achievements in virtually in all sectors of economy, pundits agree that the governor is frugal, proficient, and has gumption and aptitude for industrial development and time-tested investment.
Once he lives there, he will know, and quite a few people will know, that yes, there was a young man who came and moved Akwa Ibom to another level.
Since the creation of Akwa Ibom State 33 years ago, the governor has interpreted the dreams of our forebears, the vision of former leaders and governors, and today he remains the only governor that has practically diversified the economy through industrialization, human capacity development, and the enthronement of peace and prosperity. Indeed, at 33 years of statehood, Akwa Ibom State has been transformed from a mere land of promise to a land of fulfillment. Your Excellency, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, posterity and history will be kind to you. Akwa Ibom people owe you a debt of gratitude. On this feat, no wonder you are called Mr. Industrialization. Happy 33 years of state creation. Akwa Ibom, Dakada, Ami, Medakanda.